Have you ever felt that tremor just before stepping onto a stage? Your heart pounds, your palms sweat, and your mouth feels dry. Yep, that's the unique thrill and terror of public speaking. It's a skill that has challenged even the bravest souls since the dawn of civilization. It's not just about stringing words together, it's about weaving a tapestry of emotions, logic, and human connection. Public speaking is a dance between vulnerability and confidence. It's about sharing your ideas, your passions, your very self with a room full of expectant eyes. You're not just delivering a message, you're building a relationship, a shared experience. And that, my friends, is where the magic happens. Think about the best presentation you've ever witnessed. Chances are it was the speaker's passion, their authenticity, their ability to connect with you on a human level that truly resonated. Public speaking is about reading the subtle cues in the audience's body language. Are they leaning in, eager for more? Are they checking their watches? A good speaker can sense these shifts and adjust their delivery accordingly. It's about creating a shared experience where both the speaker and the audience are fully present and engaged. Let's talk about AI's limitations when it comes to teaching public speaking. Imagine trying to learn how to ride a bicycle by reading an instruction manual. You can memorize every gear, every pedal stroke, every rule of the road. But until you actually hop on that bike and feel the wind in your hair, you haven't truly learned to ride. Public speaking is much the same. AI can provide you with all the technical knowledge in the world, but it can't replicate the real world experience of standing on a stage, feeling the energy of the audience, and adapting your delivery in real time. It's like trying to learn how to swim without ever getting wet. AI often misses the why behind communication. It can teach you to string together grammatically correct sentences, even deliver them in a varied tone, but it struggles to grasp the deeper motivations that drive human communication. We communicate to share our feelings, to evoke emotions in others, to build bridges of understanding and empathy. And these emotions, these nuanced expressions of our shared human experience, are precisely what AI finds difficult to replicate. Public speaking is about so much more than just the words we speak. It's about the energy we bring to the stage, the passion in our voice, the conviction in our eyes. Think about the charismatic speakers you've encountered. They don't just deliver a message, they embody it. Their passion is contagious, their enthusiasm infectious. They draw you in with a look, hold your attention with a gesture, and move you to action with the sheer force of their belief. Let's talk about feedback, that essential ingredient in the learning process. Effective feedback is the key to unlocking your potential as a speaker. It's about having a keen observer, a mentor, a coach who can provide you with honest, constructive criticism. AI can analyze your speeches, track your progress, and even offer suggestions for improvement. But it can't replace the human touch, the empathy, the personalized guidance that comes from working with a skilled coach. Picture this, you're at a party, deep in conversation. Someone cracks a joke. You laugh, but it's not just the words that tickle your funny bone. It's the shared glance, the mischievous grin, the subtle shift in energy that transforms a string of words into a moment of genuine connection. Public speaking operates on a similar wavelength. It's about reading the room, sensing the subtle cues in the audience's body language, and adjusting your delivery accordingly. This is where AI stumbles. Let's talk about humor, that slippery fish of human communication. We use it to disarm, to delight, to make sense of the absurdities of life. But humor relies on context, on shared cultural understanding, on the ability to walk that fine line between witty and offensive. Imagine feeding a robot 1,000 knock-knock jokes. It might learn the pattern, the structure, the predictable rhythm. But could it ever truly grasp the nuances of timing, the playful delivery, the mischievous twinkle in the eye that separates a groan-worthy pun from a side-splitting punchline? In the world of AI, more data is often seen as the solution to every problem. But when it comes to public speaking, this data-driven approach can be misleading, even counterproductive. Think about it. What makes a great speech truly captivating? Is it the perfectly structured arguments, the flawless grammar, the meticulously researched statistics? Sure, those elements are important, but the speeches that truly move us, that stay with us long after the applause has faded, are those that connect with us on an emotional level. We live in an era where tech giants love to showcase their latest AI marvels, demos where robots solve complex equations, write poetry, even compose symphonies. But have you noticed how these presentations often lack a certain, shall we say, human touch? I recall one product launch where a tech CEO decided to let their AI assistant handle a chunk of the presentation. The AI projected onto a giant screen dutifully rattled off product specs and market projections in a voice that was, well, about as exciting or as Chais watching Painty Piachi Paintinaken paint dry. The audience, initially intrigued by the novelty, quickly started checking their phones. A few years back, a prestigious university thought it would be a brilliant idea to have an AI write their commencement speech, feed the algorithm past speeches, inspirational quotes, maybe a dash of Shakespeare for good measure, and voila, instant wisdom for the graduating class. What could possibly go wrong? Well, as you might expect, the result was a speech that was technically sound, but utterly soulless. The students, instead of feeling inspired, were mostly just relieved when it was over. In our hyper-connected world, where information travels at the speed of light, you might think that the traditional town hall meeting would be a relic of the past. After all, why bother gathering in a stuffy auditorium when you could just as easily watch a live stream from the comfort of your own home? Because, dear reader, some things simply can't be replicated through a screen. The energy of a room buzzing with anticipation, the shared experience of hearing a speaker's words resonate through a hushed crowd, the spontaneous bursts of laughter or applause, these are the elements that transform a simple talk into a shared human experience. Think about the politicians, the activists, the thought leaders who truly connect with their audience. Let's delve into the fascinating world of neuroscience for a moment, shall we? Studies have shown that our brains are wired for connection, for empathy, for that magical spark that ignites when we share an experience with another human being. When we connect with a speaker, our brains release oxytocin, the cuddle hormone, which fosters trust and bonding. Now, here's the catch: screens, for all their technological wizardry, can't replicate this chemical cocktail of connection. Watching a speech on a screen, no matter how high definition or immersive, simply doesn't trigger the same neural pathways. It's like the difference between reading a recipe and savoring a delicious meal. The information might be similar, but the experience is worlds apart. Section 2, the power of presence beyond the bullet points. In our data-driven world, it's tempting to reduce public speaking to metrics, but the truth is far more nuanced, far more human. It's about the energy, passion, and conviction you bring. It's about being truly present and engaged with your audience. They spoke from the heart, their words infused with genuine passion, and the audience, hungry for that human connection, hung on their every word. Section 3, anecdotes from the stage, when things go gloriously off script. Let's face it, public speaking can be a messy, unpredictable affair. Microphones malfunction, slides get out of order, and sometimes, just sometimes, things go so gloriously off script that they become the stuff of legend. These are the moments that remind us why human connection is so vital, so utterly unpredictable, and so much more entertaining than anything an algorithm could conjure up. I recall one conference where a renowned CEO was delivering a keynote speech. Mid-sentence, a rogue pigeon decided to make a grand entrance, flapping frantically around the auditorium. The audience gasped, the CEO paused, and for a moment it seemed like the carefully crafted presentation was about to unravel. But then something magical happened. The CEO, instead of panicking, burst into laughter. Well, he quipped, that's never happened before. The audience roared with laughter. The and parts and said the dissipated, and a moment of shared absurdity transformed into a powerful connection. The CEO, now energized by this unexpected interruption, delivered the rest of his speech with a newfound sense of spontaneity and humor. Section 1, the future of speaking, collaboration, not replacement. So where does this leave us, dear reader? Are we destined to be replaced by eloquent robots, our speeches reduced to perfectly crafted algorithms? I, for one, am optimistic about the future of public speaking, a future where technology complements rather than replaces the human touch. Imagine a world where AI assists us in crafting more compelling narratives, analyzing audience engagement in real time, even providing personalized feedback on our delivery. Imagine using virtual reality to simulate high-stakes presentations, honing our skills in a safe and controlled environment. Technology, when used thoughtfully, can be a powerful tool to enhance, not erase, our humanity. The key, I believe, lies in embracing collaboration, not competition. AI can handle the data analysis, the pattern recognition, the technical aspects of communication, but it's up to us, the humans, to infuse our speeches with heart, soul, and that intangible spark of connection that only comes from genuine human interaction. Section 2, the indelible human mark, why we keep gathering. In our digital world, it's tempting to retreat into our screens, but our need for connection is primal. It's what makes us human. Think about the rituals and moments that bind us. We gather to be inspired, to cheer on our teams, to share stories and laughter. These moments remind us of our shared humanity. Section 3, embrace the awkward pause, a call to authenticity. In a world obsessed with perfection, with polished presentations and carefully curated online personas, it's tempting to strive for flawlessness in our public speaking. But the truth is, it's often our imperfections, our vulnerabilities that make us more relatable, more human, more engaging speakers. So, my final piece of advice, dear reader, is this: embrace the awkward pause. Don't be afraid to stumble over your words, to show your nervousness, to let your authentic self shine through. It's in those moments of vulnerability that we truly connect with our audience, that we remind them that we are all human, all muddling through this thing called life together. Remember, Public speaking is not about perfection, it's about connection. It's about sharing your ideas, your passions, your very self with the world. And in doing so, you might just inspire, move, or even change a life. So go forth, speak your truth, and never underestimate the power of human connection.